Hey guys, it's Drippzi. I just wanted to create a video series here for all the new players for Siege. A lot of content creators, they have been blowing up the player base for Siege, and it is incredible. A lot of new players are coming in, and I wanted to make this video series about kind of how to play Siege, if that makes sense. This video is going to be about a role called entry frag. Now, this is very, very hot topic. It's very controversial. It's a very bad spot. It's a very frowned upon role just because a lot of egotistical, a lot of kind of cocky players tend to play it, and they play it very, very wrong, and it makes good players look bad, if that makes sense. Now, I don't want you guys to try and think that I want you to play this certain way, but I really want you guys to think that this is a tips and tricks video. Obviously, everything I say is in the sense of my experience as playing the entry role. I've been through comp that is competitive for R6. I've played in T2, T3, and T4. That means that I have played against some of the worst and some of the best teams. Actually, there are a lot of clips of me playing against Pro League players, and there's a lot of clips of me thinking, or them thinking that I'm cheating, which that's a whole scandal that I don't want to get into. Pretty much, I want to change the mind of a lot of entry players in the sense of playing it the way that it'll make your team thank you, if that makes sense. The first tip I really want to go up and say is, don't worry about your kills. Kills do not matter at all. I want you to think about the word entry. Enter the map. The biggest way that, or the best way I can explain the word or the entry frag is map control. Map control is the control or the spots of the map that you have control of, or in the sense of the other team, what control they have. Not the word entry, but the entry fragger. Their main job is to take the other team's control. I hope that makes sense. Now, I'm playing on Clubhouse because Clubhouse is a very easy map, and I don't want to say it's very easy, but it's very default. What I mean by that is it's usually played the same way over and over and over and over again. So if you learn how to play this certain play style, then you should be fine. The most common bomb site that you see a lot of teams play is CC, or CCTV. I want you to know, on defense, CCTV is the worst the worst site that you can ever play. A lot of high-ranking players, a lot of, I don't want to say skilled, but a lot of the more skilled teams and players understand that gym is the best site, but that's a whole different topic. Like I said, I want you to think of the entry role as map control. This is a really good spot to explain this. For instance, let's say the defenders are holding CCTV. A lot of entries, a lot of teams tend to like to push from a gym master over. That is what we call a horizontal take in the comp scene. A lot of people say horizontal or a gym roam clear or gym over. There's a lot of ways you can explain that, but we call those horizontal takes, which is where you go from one side to another horizontally. Now, like I said, I'm going to keep saying this. I want to drive this into your brain. The entry is to take map control from the other team. So, for this instance, the bomb site is CC, which is bad because for me the bomb site is gym. But we're gonna skip past that. For this instance, we want to take gym and master so that we can execute on cache. Now, if you do not understand those words, the execute is kind of the finishing part of the round. It's either getting the last kill, planting the bomb, and or winning off time. That is kind of what I mean by the execute. I want to kind of let you know that in ranked, which is a lot of ranked is where a lot of players go, and I want you to know that it's a very toxic and very non-friendly to the new players. That ranked is just, it's not a good spot for new players, and in a sense of R6 being a team-based game, it's very, very hard when you're trying to play a certain role. So as the entry, I don't want to tell you this is always true, but you never want to drone yourself in. As an entry, you want your teammates and or your own cutoff drone, which I will explain that later on in another video. You want someone else to tell you what's going on so that you can take that map control, if that makes sense. Now, for instance, I have a teammate. He's sitting on jacuzzi wall. For people that don't know, this is jacuzzi wall right here, which is the wall that leads outside. And I want to take gym. Like I said, this is not always true, and a lot of people tend to not do this for you. I can ask my teammate, hey, I want to enter gym, can you drone for me? If your teammate's cool with it, guess what? I need you to walk behind his drone. This is a very, very easy thing when it comes to playing the entry role, is to walk behind a drone. So, if your teammate drones for you, I'm going to take the map control off of his callouts. Hey, your gym's clear, jump in. Okay, I'm taking it. Hey, your top main's clear. Okay, I'm taking it. Your logi's clear. Okay, I'm gonna look at master. Like I said, the entry role is not about going into sight and trying to get the ash, ace clips for your montage. Okay. So, for instance, let's say there's a roamer. A roamer is a guy that is playing off of the bomb, which is the objective, trying to slow down the entries. This is where I'm saying that if you're focusing on taking the map control, the kills are going to come to you. So, for instance, let's say there's a guy in logistics, or logi, which is that door here. If my teammate is droning me in, like I said, he is going to drone top main. He's going to say, hey, it's clear. I'm droning logi. Hey, there's a guy logi. Oh, guess what? I have live intel that there's an opponent in logi. Sorry, I'm stuttering right now. So that means there's either going to be a gunfight that I win or lose, and or I'm going to push this guy back to site. There's two different ways that can go, which is the ways I just said. Like I said, the entry is going to usually be getting the kills, but they are not focusing on the kills, if that makes sense. For the entry role, I want to make this clear, they are usually the better player on the team. In the sense of a little bit of map knowledge. Also, most of it goes into the aim and the mechanics part. Because, like I said, they are usually the first ones that are going to be in a gunfight. They're the first ones that are seeing the opponents. They are kind of the guys, like I said, they are taking the map control from the other team. So they need to have good mechanics so that they can kill somebody if they need to, and also they need a little bit of map knowledge so they know what their callouts are. Now, like I said, for this instance, there's a guy in logi. My drone is going top main, it's clear. I know the map enough to know that there's 2 doors that I can dive from. Logi door and master. My teammate says there's a guy in logi. There's 3 ways to get out of logi. There is making a rotate on the logi wall, And then there's the 2 walls that goes into gold, which I will show you that in a minute. So, like I said, that is just map knowledge, knowing where they can go and knowing how to fight that guy. But please, for the love of God, when you want to play the entry role, understand your utility and understand what your role is to take the map control. I hope this benefited you, and I hope that you learned something from this. Because, like I said, I don't want you to think of this as a how to play this game. I want this to kind of be a tips and tricks to understand the entry role. I hope this benefited you. If you like this video, please like, subscribe. Like I said, this is going to be a whole playlist on YouTube for each role, and I plan on doing even defender-sided strats and or how to play defense on each map, which can be different for each team and each player. This is my first kind of upload. I do want you guys to know that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, because I want to make more and I want to kind of get into the content creating scene, just like Bolo, just like Jinxie, just like Pox Unlocks, just like a whole bunch of other content creators. It is very fun and it is very addictive when you know how to play the game, to teach people. Like I said, if you enjoyed, like, subscribe, and I hope you guys have a wonderful night or day wherever you live. Peace.